I'm in a reading slump and I hate it and I want to get out of it. So let's do some romance. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Shri. Welcome or welcome back. And I have been in a reading slump for what feels like a while. Feels like a month, feels like a week, feels like a couple months, feels like a month. I'm going to say that. Feels like a month. I read Done and Dusted and I feel like that got me out of my reading slump. I am realizing that romance is like the key to getting out of a reading slump for me. So I want to read some romance. I want to do a romance reading vlog. So I have 8 books picked out, and I had my mom pick 3 of them, and then some for my Kindle, and one of them is one that I really want to read. So here's the TBR for the reading vlog. I don't know if I'm going to read all of these because I might just do like a week-long reading vlog, but I know I need to read some romance and I need to feel happy, and romance does that. So here are the books that I want to read for this. Okay, we're going to try to have the microphone down here and see how this works. I need to get a microphone. I need to invest in when they're so expensive. And since I film on my phone right now because my camera does not have a microphone jack, so I don't really know what to do. But anyway, that's besides the point. So we're going to see how the mic works here. Let's go through the books I want to read on my Kindle first. I just got a new Kindle Oasis. I'm still on the fence about it. I might just keep reading on my on my Paperwhite. I'm not sure, but I want to give the Oasis a fair shot. So these are the books that I would like to read on my Kindle for this reading vlog. First one, Queen Charlotte. Most of the population, probably that's probably not true, but a lot of us last month, I think it was last month, were wrapped up in Queen Charlotte. And for good reason, because it is a phenomenal show. Shonda, she knows what she's doing. The men she casts, the women she casts. I mean, Just George in this season, wow. He's a heavy hitter. And she brought him out real early. I mean, I liked Anthony from last season, but this guy, amazing. And the girl that plays, the whole cast is amazing. The girl that plays Charlotte, magnificent. The girl that plays Danbury, Agatha Danbury, we love her. This is the Agatha Danbury household, okay? Lady Danbury. This is her household, okay? I love her. So I want to read Queen Charlotte. And again, the only reason I want to read Queen Charlotte is because she partnered with Julia Quinn, partnered with Shonda to write this book. And I think this might be her first book where one of the characters is Black. So I'm sure she's eating her words with that. But anyway, I'm glad she partnered with Shonda, and now I just want to read the book. And I'm already into the book. I think I'm like 30% into the book right now. So I want to keep reading that. I also want to read Heartstopper. I have been reading manga for about like 2 weeks now. And so I thought that like maybe I would try out a graphic novel. I've heard great things about Heartstopper, and I feel like it would really like change up the format. And I have it on my Kindle, and I'm excited. I think there's like 4 volumes right now, and then maybe I can watch the show. Oh, I feel like that would be really fun. Next, I want to read Mile High. I have heard so many good things about Mile High, and I think it's called The Right Move, maybe? I'm not even sure, but I think it's a second book. It's a hockey romance, and I've heard so many things about Mile High that I feel like I need to just read it. Next, I want to read Flawless, I think it's called. Flawless by Elsie Silver. I think it's a cowboy, small town romance. And if it's anything like Done and Dusted, I know I'm going to like it. But I hear people ranting and raving about this series. I don't know what the series is called, but the first book is Flawless. And there's another book in the series, I think it's number 3, where it's like a childhood friends to lovers. And that is my favorite trope. So I want to, but I can't read that first. I need to read the other ones first. So I think I want to finally start this series, and I'm going to start with Flawless. So those are the books I want to read on my Kindle. And then the book that I picked out that I want to read physical is Binding 13. This book is so big. And the font, like this should be illegal how small this font is. for such a big book. This book is over 500 pages. It's like 575. And you want to make your font that small? Come on. So I don't know. It's like $5 in the Kindle right now. So I might just end up getting that because this is huge and this feels like it's going to hurt my hand. But we'll see. I haven't read a physical book in a while. So we'll see. We'll see. But I hear great things about this. I hear this book like destroyed people. So I'm like sweating. It's so hot. I feel like this book has like destroyed people, and I think there's 4 books in the series right now. But the first one I can't find it at the library. So if I want to read it on my Kindle, I have to buy it. So we'll see. I'll probably just read this, but this is a little big to be lugging around. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Last but not least, set out around 12 books that I have been wanting to read, 12 romance books, and I got on FaceTime with my mother and I had her pick out some books she thought were interesting from those 12 books. And these are the 3 she picked. So the first one she picked is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've heard great things. I think this is also a small town romance. Hot carpenter who's 10 years younger than her and as casual as they come, the complete opposite of sophisticated. Okay, so it's a city girl and a carpenter. I don't know if that's like small town. City girl and not so city boy, I guess. I've heard great things about this book and I'm really excited to read it. Next, she picked Addicted to You. Okay. And if I get to this is going to start my journey into the Addicted Calloway sisters world saga that is out there. Okay. There's, I think, like 9 books or something in this like crossover series. And if I liked it, I have the first 2. I have this one and I have Ricochet. And I'm trying to read them in order that the author suggests. So, like, I think you read the first 3 that look like this, and then you switch to like the Calloway sisters. If I like this, I will want to read the next one, which is a little shorter than this. So I've heard mixed things on the first book, but I've heard great things about the series. So I'm definitely really interested in reading this. And if I like it, this will start my journey into this world. And I'm surprised she picked this, but I'm excited. She picked everything based on the cover. So there's that. Speaking of covers, she saw this and she said, yes, you should read that. And I wonder why, because that man is beautiful. So the last one she picked was Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I'm really happy that she picked a Kennedy Ryan book because we all know how I feel about Kennedy Ryan. I've read 5 books by her, and if I love this, I will just keep on reading the whole series. There's only 3 books in this series. So I'm glad she picked this, and this is the first one I'll be starting with, along with Queen Charlotte on my Kindle. So those are the books that I don't know if I'm going to read all of them, but there's some of the books that I hopefully will read for the vlog. And good morning. Be Wednesday, I think. Wednesday, yeah. I go back to work today. I originally was supposed to have 3 days off, but I picked up a shift on Sunday, so I actually had 2 days off this week. But usually on Mondays I do Movie Monday, but I didn't do Movie Monday this Monday because I worked on a bunch of YouTube stuff, and even Tuesday I worked on a bunch of YouTube stuff. So I like stayed home, but I still felt productive, and that's not normal for me. If I like stay home, normally I am on the couch watching The Flash. At least that's what it's been lately. But I was like really productive, and that made me happy. But anyway, I stayed up till like 2 a.m. last night watching reading sprints on YouTube. I watched Gabby Reads, and then I watched this other girl like reading with Dr. B or something. And I have this thing where I like will be watching TV, especially late at night, and I'm like, I want to read, but I want to watch TV. I want to read, but I want to watch TV. And so I told myself, okay, I'm gonna read for 30 minutes. It was like 9:30. I'm like, I'm gonna read for 30 minutes. And I was like, let me see if there's a sprint on, because it's summerween right now. So I'm like, someone has to have a sprint on. So I went, and there was a sprint, and then Gabby had posted like her sprint from like 3 days ago. So her sprint was like 4 hours though. So I just ended up reading for like most of that. And I got my trusty Kindle. I got, let me see, I think 62% in. I think I'm 67% in now to Queen Charlotte. And as you can see, if you watch my last video, I now have a clear case and I don't have a pop socket. I had a pop socket, but it's not, my right hand is really struggling, my right hand and wrist. So I just was like, that's not working for me. It wasn't. And so I've been reading with my left hand and that's been better. And I haven't had anything on this and that's actually been better. But I did order a strap because I saw people with a strap and I thought that seems like it would be much easier because I wouldn't have to like hold so much. It's more so just like sitting. So we'll see. I think it has more to do with my right hand, less to do with the Kindle. But I got 60-ish, 62 maybe % into Queen Charlotte. And let me just say, watching the show and reading the book are two very different experiences. I love the show, and I think that the thing about the show is that the characters, like the actors, they really enhance the characters that are in the book, because the characters in the book, like, they're the same people, but they're okay. Like, I'm not like loving it. I'm not like gushing and like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I was with the show. The show is like, will have you in tears. Okay. So maybe I'll get to that, but there's one huge difference right now between the show and the book. So in the show, we follow Agatha and Queen Charlotte and George. And also we follow, I really don't even remember her name. I'm gonna have to look it up. Yeah, her name is Lady Violet Ledger Bridgerton, and we get one mention in the book of Lord Ledger, which is her dad, okay? But if you watch the show, he plays a huge role. We don't see him as much in the book as we do in the show, and I love that part of the show, especially with Agatha. If you know, you know. And Lord Ledger, wonderful man. And so I'm wondering if they're going to include that, but you don't, in the book, you don't see any of Vivian Ledger Bridgerton's younger life at all. We don't see him, we haven't seen her at all. So I thought that was interesting that they added that to the show. I do think it adds another layer to see like her as younger, and then obviously there's flashbacks and back and forth in the show, and then you see her like older, because the whole point of Queen Charlotte, of the book and the show, is obviously following like Queen Charlotte and George in their romance, which is like the OG romance, but it's also talking about how Queen Charlotte needs her children to have children so that there's an heir or somebody to take over the throne. And that's pretty early on. That's like pretty much the first part. So, but yeah, we don't get any of the Ledgers. And I almost, not that they were the most interesting thing about the show, because they weren't, but I liked the Agatha Ledger storyline. And so to not have that, I'm a little sad, because I want something good for Agatha. We love Agatha, like I said. So we'll see how the book goes. I don't know how much more, like I'm already 67% in. So is Ledger gonna pop up randomly? I don't know. In the show, we get the three women, Agatha, Queen Charlotte, and Vivian Ledger, talking a lot, you know, about women and desires and what happens when you're a widow. Your desires don't go away. And so, and they're all older women in the show. And so we don't get any of that in the book. And I thought that was a really interesting storyline to go down, especially with them talking about women's desire after, you know, you lose your husband, like what happens to you. And that to me is a big part of Agatha's story. So to not have that for Agatha, I don't know. So right now it's sitting at like a 2.5 star. I know that sounds crazy. It's not a bad book by any means. I just am like, it's not the show. This is why I read the books first before I watch the movie. Normally it's the other way around. Normally it's read the book, watch the movie, and then I'm just disappointed by the movie or the show. But now it's like I watch the show and the show is just so good. I read the book and it just doesn't live up to the show, which is crazy. That rarely happens in my life. This maybe is like the third time that's happened where I've liked the movie better than the book. One of them is Harry Potter #3. The other is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I thought the movie, it's not great, but I thought it was better than the book. And then this, Bridgerton. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna keep reading and I'm gonna go to work. I'm also doing a little experiment. I'm gonna read on this Kindle for a week. I'm gonna do an ultimatum type experiment. I'm gonna read on this Kindle for a week, then I'm gonna maybe, at the end of that week, I'm going to maybe switch back to my old Kindle, read on that for the week, and then I will make an ultimate decision, an ultimatum, Netflix style ultimatum for which Kindle I want to keep. Right now I'm liking this. It is big. If this doesn't fit in my bag, in my Herschel bag, we're gonna have a problem. So we'll see. It's kind of big. I have a feeling it won't fit, but I kind of want a new Herschel bag anyway, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm off to work. See you later. It is another hot day. Another scorcher in New York. Oh, I'm sweating. It has been such an eventful morning. I did my laundry and I went to TJ Maxx because I needed to so I'm going out of town this weekend. I never do like weekend trips, but I want to start doing more of them, or like, I just want to start traveling more. So I'm going out of town this weekend because I'm gonna go visit my cousin in Washington, DC. And all I have is like this annoying luggage that's like a carry-on because my other one broke. So when I went home in March, I like switched out my other one with like my mom's old luggage, and I don't want to keep that one. So I need to buy like an actual nice carry-on travel thing, and I found one, but they're expensive. And because I want to invest in good luggage, maybe that will like set me up to travel. And I want to invest in like travel cubes that I saw today on TikTok. It's called like Mondo Travel or Mondo Travel or something like that. But anyway, so I went to TJ Maxx because I wanted to get a duffel. Like, I don't need a full-on carry-on for the weekend, but I also like don't want to carry a suitcase. So I found this cute like Steve Madden duffel at TJ Maxx, and I was like, yes, it's only 40 bucks, which I'm like, okay, that's in my price range. I also got socks. This is like mundane, normal shit. I got socks because I have to wear black socks to work and they are always ripping, and I like to wear high socks with my Converse, which I'm gonna take this weekend. So I also need to get vitamins with iron. Do you know how hard it is to find vitamins with iron? And I can find the one-a-day women's, like the pills with iron. I was looking for like gummies. I didn't end up getting gummies, but the gummies don't have iron in them. So I've been wanting to try this brand called Ritual. And so they had these at Target. So I just broke down and got them. Out of my price range, but that's okay. I think I need to start taking care of my body. Like I said, I was really sick for a while, and these have iron in them, and they're vegan, which is nice. It has D3, folate, vitamin 12, B12, iron, magnesium, omega-3, and K12, and boron. So the thing about finding stuff with like omega-3 and iron is so hard for me. And so I have been wanting to find something that had, basically it's something that was this, and I now found it. So I'm gonna try these. I don't ever know if vitamins actually work, but I know I need to take something with iron. This list is literally what I'm looking for. So I broke them and I got them. I'm excited to try them. They also have a probiotic that I really want to get, but out of the price range right now. So got that. The stickers that I started ordering for my Kindle. Let me show you the updated Kindle. Got a strap because I feel like this is already so much easier for me to read with. Like, I got it yesterday. It came in the mail yesterday. So much easier to read with. I can grab it like this. It doesn't hurt my hands. It's a little tight right now, but it's already, my right hand doesn't hurt. That's the thing. The thing with me is my right hand. It's really hard on my right hand because I'm convinced I have either arthritis or carpal tunnel or both. And can you have both? I don't know. But the strap has made it a lot easier, and I'm actually enjoying more reading on this now. So that's was step one. I got the clear case, I got the strap. Really figuring out a way to make it comfortable was like numero uno important thing. So this morning I finished Queen Charlotte. I don't really have like a ton more to say on it. I still feel the same way I did yesterday. I think that we do get a lot of Agatha Danbury's story. And I know that the book is not about, it's called Queen Charlotte, not Agatha Danbury, but I love her so much. She's probably my favorite character, like on the show in general. And I was missing like her interactions with a certain man that is in the show. And so I thought that added to her story, because I thought that the whole idea of what do you do after you're a widow and your desires don't go away. I think that her relationship with this man that she has after her husband dies really kind of like drives home that idea about what she's going through. But I do love that she decided to not ever marry, which love that for her, because she's a bad bitch and we love her. But yeah, it was good. I gave it a 3. I think, like, I don't love historical fiction. I could only, or historical romance really, but I love the show. And I think to me, the performances of all of the characters enhance the book. So I think the show is just an add-on, an enhancement of the book. And I actually think that's what a show should do. Like, I think that if you have a great book, it's hard to do that. But if you have a book that's like okay, you can use your show to like really enhance. And I don't really know if the show was written, I think the show was written first and the book after. Don't know. Maybe they were released at the same time. Don't know. But I do think some of the elements of the show enhanced the characters in the book because of the actors they got, the inflection in their voice, the way they deliver lines, like just the emotion. You could like see it. And I think that really like helped it along. So I'm glad I read it. I gotta move on now. But honestly, I kind of want to rewatch Queen Charlotte. So we'll see. But I am now moving on to Long Shot. This is the book that my mom picked out. I am on page 12 only. I read it a little bit while I was waiting for my laundry. And I have no thoughts because I don't know what's happening. And nothing has happened. But this will be the book I'm reading. Hey, I'm back from DC. So let's chat. Let's chat about what I've been reading because I didn't really read over the weekend. I only read a little bit. We would like go sightsee, and then at night I was like working on my mid-year freakout tag video, which will already be posted by the time this video comes out. Check that out, obviously. But I am currently in the middle of Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, currently in the middle of this book. And I should have known that Kennedy doesn't just give us a romance. As a matter of fact, this to me is not a romance. And I've said that about Before I Let Go, that it gets to romance, but I don't know if I'm going to keep classifying her books as romance. I feel like they are more drama with a little romance sprinkled in it. I don't know what the title of that would be. Fiction? So in this book, Long Shot, we follow Iris and August. I already almost forgot his name. Iris and August. And okay, I have to say this. This book is the Flash coded. And I don't know if it's because I'm watching The Flash, but the girl's name in this book is Iris. And just like in the show The Flash, the girl's name is Iris. And August's last name is West. So if August and Iris get married, her name will be, her full name will be Iris West, just like Iris West in the show. And I can't get over like the similarities of the names. It's freaking me out. But I just think that's so cool because I'm obsessed with the Flash right now, as we all know. But so we follow August and Iris, and they have a once in a lifetime, I don't know, one night encounter where they just spend all night talking in a bar, and they create this unbelievable connection that they both feel has never happened before. They continue on their lives, and but they are constantly thinking about each other. Unfortunately, Iris at the time is with someone else, someone that actually plays on a different team, but very closely like related in the same NBA world that August is in. His name's Caleb. And so unfortunately, she is with him. Now, as the story progresses, we find out that Caleb is a horrible man. And this book is not light. It's very, very heavy, and it deals directly with domestic abuse and domestic violence and rape. So I did not realize that this was what this book is about, and it is very tough to read. It's very tough to read. Her books always really hurt me in a special way. Still Kennedy, so I love reading anything by her, but it's tough. So please check your trigger warnings. Again, I can read a lot, but rape is really tough for me. So this book has been tough. And I feel for Iris a lot. It's scary what she's going through. And it makes me sad that like August he loves her clearly. He's like, but he's not with her. Obviously, he's like continuing his career, and she's like stuck with Caleb. And August has no idea what's going on. And it's almost like I had this thought of I wish August could save her, but I know she's going to need to save herself, but I feel like she's going to need to involve someone else because Caleb is crazy. He needs to go. And it's yeah. So it's tough to read. It's a good book, and I'm hoping to read some more today. I'm actually been reading on my Kindle on my Oasis, but I'm actually going to switch back to my Paperwhite for a week, and we'll see which one continues on in my life. But I'm about halfway through. Yeah, I think it's at 49%. I don't know what it is, but I'm not reading this book as fast as I normally read romance books. Again, I'm realizing this is not a romance. But it's good. I'm gonna continue reading, and I'll have more time to read. It's movie Monday, so I don't know. But after traveling, I'm like, oh, a date at home would be nice to just relax. But I also really would like to see Mission Impossible today. So we'll see. It's still early. It's like 10 o'clock. So I'm going to continue reading this, and we'll see where the day takes me. This is so sad. Like, August just has no idea what's going on. Like, he literally is like, how hard is it to leave him? Why can't you just leave him, throw the ring at him and leave him? Like, sir, you have no idea. He literally threatened to kill her. Like, what? I feel so bad for both her and August. Like, not as obviously I feel bad for Iris, but like, I feel like if August knew what was happening, he would just unalive Caleb in a matter of 2 seconds. It would be on sight. I support August to that decision, but we'll see what happens. One thing about Miss Kennedy Ryan, she knows how to write spice. She knows how to write some spice. It's already hot in this room, but it just got hotter. The end of this scene, I'm scared. I'm scared for what's about to happen, honestly. A beautiful scene followed up by a scene that I'm not ready to face. I think I might have read the like most brutal chapter in a book. I've like ever read. And I did not think Kennedy would be the one to deliver it. I am not okay. This book is brutal, and please read trigger warnings, because yeah, this book, it's fucking me up. It's wow. It's insane. And the thing I love about Kennedy, like, she goes there, like, she went there, like, that's just what it is. Like, she went there. I think I said earlier, the book is about domestic abuse, domestic violence, rape. Those are the triggers. Essay, violent essay, and she goes there. She doesn't shy away. And the thing I like about her is that, like, at the beginning of the book, she says that even though she's never experienced that, she has spoken with women victims, with victims of this. I didn't know that this is what the book was about, like, at all. Author's note. She says, content warning. I started writing this book on behalf of a young woman whose journey with domestic abuse was being played out in the media. See, this is not in the physical book. Yeah, her author's note in the book, the physical book, is different than the author's note in the Kindle. So this is the Kindle one, and she's very thorough about what she says, the content warning. And then this is the author's note in the physical book. Basically, in both, she says that she had started talking to women that have walked this path. She did interviews, research, and soul searching. She wanted to understand, and she wrote this story from a place of grace and compassion that wouldn't have been possible without the generosity and vulnerability of those with whom I spoke. She says this story is sensitive will be sensitive for some readers. In the Kindle one, it says that she straight up says, I started writing this book on behalf of a young woman whose journey with domestic abuse was being played out in the media without much care or compassion. I write when I have something to say, and I knew I couldn't say it from a place of judgment or hypotheticals. So again, she started talking to women and who had walked that path, and she interviewed survivors, doing a lot of research. And with that said, this story contains graphic depictions of intimate partner violence, not involving the hero, which August is the hero. Caleb is not the hero, the devil. Please read reviews for guidance and take care of yourself. So definitely a different author's note. So if you're reading the physical book, just know the author's note is different than the Kindle version. Maybe in the new, they just put out like new covers for the physical book, and maybe the author's note is longer, but the Kindle, I feel like the Kindle version has a straight up says like domestic violence, and it says physical abuse. So she's very upfront about what is in the book. And I read the author's note from the physical book because I started reading out this on physical before Kindle. So I had no idea. I didn't have no idea. I had some idea what was happening, but please take care of yourself if you're reading this book. Just realized something. I've read, I think, 5 Kennedy Ryan books at this point, and I'm realizing she doesn't write books filled with romance. She writes about all the things that people have to do to get to the like sweet love that they have been looking for. Because in her other series, the Kingmaker series, literally the book spans years before this couple even gets together. And Queen moves childhood friends to lovers, years, soulmates, soul ties. Before I Let Go. All the work that couple had to do, the therapy, the horrible things that they went through as a couple, and losing a child, all of that, having to get through that to get to the end of the book. And I'm reading Long Shot, and I am 59% in, and the first 60% of this book is the horrible things that this girl goes through before she gets to be with August. I'm assuming they're gonna get together. Obviously, I've read enough romances to know they'll get together, but I'm realizing her books are not filled with romance. Like, you could read a book and it be kind of like not surface level, but just like the whole focus is the romance. But Kennedy writes books about humans, like the human condition, and all encompassing, like I don't even know how to articulate the words. I need her to speak on it, but I've noticed the pattern in all of her books. We don't get the romance very early on. We have to go through it. We have to go through it before we can get to the good, sweet parts. And that kind of reflects real life in a way. You know, like, you don't always end up with the one you want. Wrong timing, wrong person. You may choose a different path, and somehow these people always find their way back to each other. So she writes about soul ties and soulmates, and it just makes, when you get to the end, so much sweeter, because you know we've been through some shit to get to the end. And it's almost like the book isn't about the romance. It's about being a human and letting your life path, not letting, but your life path taking you on a journey, letting your life path take you on a journey. Both characters usually go through a journey, and that journey will ultimately lead you to your soulmate. Kennedy, you're a queen. That's all I gotta say. And you hurt me every time. Kennedy, I know you're never gonna watch this, but you hurt me every time. But it hurts so good. This was tough, though. Long shot. You and I have to have a conversation, but I respect what you're doing. I am this close to finishing. Long shot. But I got some book mail. I ordered a bunch of stickers, and I'll show those later because I ordered a lot. But I got 2 book mail packages, and I don't know what they are. I think I know what one is, but I don't know what they are. So we're gonna open them together. The first one, I finally won a freaking giveaway for freaking on Goodreads. And I won the second book in the She Who Became the Sun series. Oh, that's exciting. Wow, that is some small font, and it is very much all together. This is the second book in that series, and now I just need to read both of them. That's exciting. This comes out in August 2023, so I got that. I forgot that was coming. I didn't know when it was coming. And I also got a second package. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think I signed up for this to get a copy of this. It's by Remy Adelke. It's called Chameleon, a black box thriller. And it is by a Black author. And I am constantly trying to find thrillers by Black authors. So I got one, which is super exciting. I also got another book mail. I got The List, and it's basically about, like, if your fiance turned up on a list of problematic men. Apparently that was, like, exposed on the internet. That's what this is about. So I've got these awesome 3 book mails. So thank you to the publishers. I'll tag them obviously below. Or I don't know if I'm tagging them, but I don't know. But I guess you can't really tag them in a YouTube video. I don't know. But 2 from William Morrow and 1 from Tor, which is awesome. I love books from Tor and can never get them. So I want to do a reading vlog for anticipated reads and, like, anticipated arcs, because I have an arc of Ripe and I have an arc of Midnight is the Darkest Hour. I have an arc for Midnight is the Darkest Hour. So I want to do a reading vlog for those 2 anticipated, and then The List, because this is also anticipated, and maybe the new Ali Hazelwood book, the new YA, because those are not out yet. So look out for that. I really want to do that. I have so many video ideas and I just need to execute them, but I get overwhelmed because I'm like, I have so many ideas, but not enough time to do all of them, which in reality, I do have enough time to do all of them. But anyway, so I am still reading Long Shot on my Kindle. I'm sorry, but I love this more than The Oasis. Like, after one day of reading it, I was like, yes, this is like, it's like familiar, you know? I'm 89%. So I would like to finish this tonight. I only have 52 minutes left in the book, but I also would like to eat. And when I eat, I like to watch TV. So I will be watching The Flash and we'll see, but I think I finished this and I finished the epilogue. I'm like always blown away by her stories because writing about soulmates and soul ties, it's more than just a simple romance. And I'm hesitant to read her books because I know they're heavy. I was so hesitant to read before I let go because she wasn't writing romance, she was writing pain. She was just writing pain. And then we got romance, which is great. But the chemistry between all her characters is always top-notch. Spice, top-notch. And once we get to the romance, it's emotional because we are invested in these people's lives. And I have yet to find another author that does that. The only, like, in that emotional way. I mean, I felt similarly about 7 Days in June. Kennedy's books and 7 Days in June are the two books that I felt very, like, attached to. But it's just, if you can't tell, I love Kennedy Ryan, and she's mother, like she is queen mother, like, oh, it's just amazing. Go read this book, and I need to, but check trigger warnings, like exclusively check trigger warnings. But I need to read the other two, but I don't think I'll read them in this vlog, but I want to read them because I think two of the characters, they're just, you know, one of the Lo, which is Iris' best friend in this, I think her romance is in the third book. So I love cross world and she does that really well. Then I also finished Heartstopper today. Now I get it. And oh my God, there's a show. I just forgot. Oh my God, I just remembered there's a show. Okay, Heartstopper. I wanted to include a graphic novel in this because like I said, I'm in my manga era and I wanted to include a graphic novel in this, a romance graphic novel, and I thought that Heartstopper would be a really cute one to include, and I got it on my Kindle from the library, and I think it's in color, but obviously my Kindle's black and white, and it didn't take away from the story in my opinion, I don't think. Heartstopper was so cute. So cute. I only read volume 1, and it's due at the library tomorrow, and so I thought that I should hopefully try and finish it today, and I started today and finished it today. I didn't realize it would go so quick. But it's just so cute. It's about Charlie and Nick, and they're just budding cute, like, friends to lovers story, and it's so cute. I already put volume 2 on hold at the library, so I'm so excited. It's just so cute. Now I gotta watch the show. I'm actually so excited to watch the show. Wow, they're gonna make a whole show out of a graphic novel. That's so cool. I know it's been done before, but I don't know, it's so sweet. So I gave that one 5 stars because that was really cute, and I can't wait to read volume 2. So those are the things I finished today. I also started on my journey home, I started Mile High. Now, I already have my issues with that book. The main male character, asshole, arrogant, don't like that. And I don't know what the tropes are in this. I don't know. He's like an arrogant hockey player, and she's like a strong, like, flight attendant. I love the flight attendant thing though, because I've always wanted to be a flight attendant, but I already don't like his character. And that's my problem with other books sometimes, is like the arrogance of like the male main character. Now, if he falls first, that'll be different. But if he continues to be disrespectful because she's like an employee and he's you know, this hockey player, that's gonna bother me. We'll see how the book continues. I'm only 5% in, but honestly, I kind of want to read my Abby Jimenez book. Mom picked it out, Part of Your World. This is the first book my mom picked out, so we'll see. But also, I got some stickers. Like, is now a good time to like show you the stickers? I feel like this is like long, but I'll show you the stickers. So I got a lot of new stickers because I ordered a new Kindle. This one. So she has a big back, but I'm returning this. Anyway, that's a whole different story. I love my Kindle Paperwhite. Me and her are like this, and I will not betray her because she's there for me and I appreciate her. A lot of new stickers though. So let's look at them. It's a whole stack of stickers. I also got stickers when I was in DC. I got in DC this one. It's a beautiful day to respect other people's pronouns. And I'm putting this on my water bottle. I got this one. It says reproductive justice. That one needs to go on my Kindle or my laptop. I also got this cool sticker that says good vibes only with a vibrator. Fun. And I went to the African American Heritage Museum in DC, and so I got this like cool cute Juneteenth sticker. They had hats and I really wanted a hat, but I was like, I can't spend like $30 on a hat. So I got this probably for my water bottle. I'm trying to think of my other DC stickers. And I just got like a little like National Museum of African American Heritage Center. Then I got a bunch of stickers from Etsy, and I will link the like Etsy shops in the bio of the video, like in the description of this video. So I got, as we know, well, we don't know, but I will do that in a video, but I'm obsessed with the new Spider-Verse movie. It's amazing, okay? And we all love Hobie, I think his name is, Hobie? I always get his name wrong. But I got an amazing sticker of his. I also got another one. It's a Spider-Punk one where he's like fully in his thing. And it says eat the rich. Yes, because he doesn't believe in capitalism. And I love that. And I got this awesome California love sticker because a California girl through and through. Scream, because my favorite horror franchise. Goosebumps, because why not? They're classics. Awesome. Another Scream, because who doesn't love Billy licking his fingers of blood? Because again, my favorite horror franchise. I got an awesome sticker, Protect Black Women. That one's going on my Kindle for sure. I'm gonna redo my like Kindle Paperwhite, and I'm gonna put stickers on that. And then I got this Hot Girls Read, because yes we do, Hot Girls Read. And my current obsession, the Flash TV show. So I got a Star Laboratories sticker, which I really want a Star Laboratories sweatshirt, but I'm scared that people are gonna think that I like the movie. And I want them to know that I like the show. So I don't wanna have to keep explaining that to people though. And I also got We Know and Love, My Heart Calls Your Name, Miss Charlotte and Just George. I got this cute little thing. This might actually go on my laptop because that's really cute. I think my Kindle's too small to put this on, but I love this. And I got a new emotional support Kindle sticker. I liked the little heart with the shimmer. And then last but not least, these are all the ones that I have so far. I ordered a bunch and some of them are not here yet. So these are the ones I got so far. I knew as soon as Kirk from Gilmore Girls started making shirts about things that went on around town in Stars Hollow, I had to get something that said Babette ate oatmeal. And here's a cute little sticker that says Babette ate oatmeal, the shirt. I want a shirt that says Babette ate oatmeal, and I will get one. But so far I got a sticker. And then I also got another sticker. I think this is hand drawn. This is cool. You can't really see what the shirt says, but it says again, Babette ate oatmeal. And it's a really nice drawing of Kirk because we love him. You know, that's the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like that, I was shook when I realized that that was him. But great show. So, little Kirk. But I want like also a shirt that says like a film by Kirk or like made by Kirk or whatever it says, like a film by Kirk. But yeah, so those are the stickers I've gotten right now. I will link all the shops in like the description because the stickers that I got and like the packaging for them, just amazing. So everybody should just go buy from Etsy. If you ever want stickers, that's where to go. I feel like Etsy. But I think that's it for today. I don't know. I'm making dinner. I feel like the videos are always me about to make dinner. I've done it. I've finished Block Shot, which means we need to wrap up this reading vlog. In this vlog, I was able to read 4 books, I guess 4.5. I don't know what we'll count an epilogue as. It was a book. It could be 0.5, I guess. I don't know. But I finished reading Queen Charlotte, which I'm really glad I read that book. I still love the show better. I gave it a solid like 3.5 stars. So, I mean, I thought it was okay. I missed some parts in it surrounding Agatha Danbury and her relationships like after her husband, and even not having like Vivian Ledger Bridgerton in it. I Not that her specific story is interesting, but what like her dad, we needed more Ledger. So then after Queen Charlotte, I read Long Shot, and this book completely devastated me. I wasn't ready. I was not ready for the emotional damage that was going to come out of this book, that came out of this book. And please check trigger warnings. Also, it's raining insanely outside. We are having a thunderstorm. So if you hear any rain or thunder, do not be alarmed. But Long Shot, I gave it 5 stars. It's the first book in the Hoop series by, again, my favorite author, Kennedy Ryan, my favorite romance author. But please read trigger warnings. Please read trigger warnings. I wasn't ready. And for something like this, I wish I was. So then I read the epilogue, which had me in absolute tears. It's just following like after the events of the book what happened in Long Shot. And there's a wedding and something else that happens that I don't really want to spoil, I guess, but it's beautiful. Then after that, I read Heartstopper, which I thought was so cute. It was just so freaking cute. I'm waiting for Heartstopper Volume 2 for the whole to come in through my library. So as soon as that comes in, I will be reading it. Last but not least, today I finished Block Shot, and this is by no means as painful as Long Shot, but it was good. I think I'd give it like a 3.75, 4 stars. Had me invested. Felt pretty bad for the situation that like Iris was in. Iris. Wow. See, still thinking about Long Shot. That Banner was in. And Jared. I mean, Jared wasn't going to stop at nothing to get her, obviously, but he's not like a good guy per se. He doesn't care about like her relationship with the other guy. He's a little bit intense though, honestly, but he was not going to stop at anything unless he had Banner again. And the crazy thing too is like Banner kind of made me frustrated at times because I get like her relationship with Zoe, which is like her best friend slash the guy she was with before Jared, and I guess during Jared. But I felt like she was trying to please everybody and was like having a hard time facing like her own truths. So, and I know she didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. She didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And Zoe's going through something pretty bad, pretty horrible. And I know she didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But there was some moments where I was like, girl, just be honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're going to just continue, you're going to end up hurting people in the end. So, I mean, I'm glad everything worked out. I'm glad their story worked out. I'm about to read the epilogue. I wanted to read the epilogue before I finish this video, but that's okay. I'm going to read the epilogue. And then, not going to lie, I'm going to continue on a hook shot. So, those are the 5 books I read. And thank you for sticking around this long. This is actually a really long vlog. This is probably my longest vlog. And if you watch the whole thing, you're amazing. But until next time, don't forget to follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, and please like and subscribe because again, I love doing this. So until next time, bye.